Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you how to raise chickens for eggs. We'll go over everything you need for this, so let's go. Alright, so we got to start off with the breed of chicken that you select. Depending on the breed, you get the different amount of eggs. A good breed of chicken is the Barred Rock. They're really friendly and they also lay plenty of eggs. ISA Browns are even better though. They're basically like the alternative to Rhode Island Reds that are very inexpensive and also are very cute, and they're also very friendly. So I'd recommend an ISA Brown if you want something like that. If you want more production heavy chickens rather than like pet chickens, then you know, breeds like the Rhode Island Red, White Leghorn, and so on, which like brown and white eggs are really good. If you want a colorful egg basket, however, I'd recommend an Easter egger. They like blue eggs, and yeah, Easter egger is pretty cool. I'm gonna show you one right here. You go right over to here. You see Gray Cloud right there. She's my green queen. A variety. Easter eggers are a variety of different breeds. So in theory, there's no one Easter egger that is the same, versus with other breeds, they all look similar. Next up is the feed you use. This is where commercial chicken feed comes into place. The feed you use really does sometimes impact the amount of eggs. There's been some people reporting certain chicken feeds that they lay less eggs, they become more depressed than ever before, and with others, it's known to boost egg production and also keep them safe. You can really look it up, because I'm not going to really look that up because this is just a little informative video. But this chicken is really good for laying eggs at this feed right here. Feed is a really small part of the equation, but I figured I'd add feed here anyways. And that also brings me to water, because feed and water really does matter. So yeah, if you want a long, happy chicken that lives and lays a lot of eggs during its 4 to 8 years on the earth, that's subjective because some predators might come through and end it early, then you will definitely want some water, so that way they'll stay hydrated. I'd recommend changing the water about 2 to 3 times per day, sometimes 4 if it's like a ridiculously hot day. Unlike today, it was only 72 degrees, but there's so much smoke over here, and it even smells smoky because of those wildfires. Another thing is very, very well weather protection. You need to make sure that your coop is securely protected from weather, from all the elements basically, at night. And during the day, they're also protected from either heat or cold. Over here in the Northeast, well, we have both of it. So if you want a vacation here in the winter, come on up. You'll see a lot of snow. And if you want a vacation up here in the summer, come on up and you'll see 280 degree weather. And these chickens right here, they don't really enjoy either of them, except for my buff warping pins. They love the snow and the heat for whatever reason. Darker breeds of chickens do typically like to spend more time inside, so I'd recommend a fan. But in the winter, you want to make sure your coop is very well, I don't want to say insulated, because the insulated keeps it cool in the summer. But I would recommend not really a space heater, but something that keeps, but like, make sure the warm stays in there. I'll give you a quick example. Back in early February, we got down to negative 21 degrees over here. And when that happened, the chicken coop stayed at a pretty stable 51 degrees because we didn't leave the door open for long. And the chickens didn't really want to come outside the next day. So that's what I'd recommend. The lowest it got that night in the coop was 42 degrees. So I love these chickens so much because they definitely love that. Now, if you want more eggs, sufficiently more eggs, you might want to free range them. But that comes with this whole list of cons. You see, there's so many predators, but the main reason I absolutely hate free-ranging chickens, and I discourage it from any beginner, if you're a bit more experienced and you know how to build fences to keep them from going onto the road, which leaves me, I hate roads a lot, because people speed down 25s going 75 sometimes, and they're not stopping for anything, including a small little chicken that just randomly walks onto the road. So make sure that your chickens are inside of a yard, basically. For your first time ever raising chickens, I'd recommend a pen. It's very easy, and you can easily move them with a portable chicken coop, which I'm showing on screen right here, right towards the center of your screen. If you're not watching this with like a podcast video, then you can see it's right at the center of your screen. I'll show you how to build it. It's right there at the iCard linked above, and yeah. And finally, we have different types of plants. Now, plants are a big component. You need to make sure you're feeding them a variety of plants, but then keeping some away. Some are on the screen right now. You don't ever want to keep these near your chickens because it could lead to severe illness or even worse. And also, treat your chickens for any diseases, because caring for them is one thing that matters. And also, here's a quick thing. When you give your chickens medications, you cannot eat that chicken's egg for 30 days after its medication has expired. So if you give your chicken medication for 2 weeks, let's just say that ends on June 1st, you have to wait until July 1st to be able to eat your eggs from that chicken. So either separate them or don't even eat any eggs from that breed of chicken. That's what we did when Captain Blackwing and What the Duck both had Bumblefoot back in 2021. We had to separate them from the other ducks, and we only got Rowan eggs for that 1 month. And then by August, we started getting Cayuga eggs again. So if you found any of this helpful, like and subscribe.